Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Man, that trailer is awesome. And it kind of makes me think, which other Legend of Zelda games would I like to see have that little update? So yeah, let's talk about it. Alright, so Link's Awakening, 1993 Game Boy game. Probably a game that really does deserve a remaster 26 years later. I hope that it's more than just a remaster. I hope that maybe a re-envisioning, because I've never played the one for the Game Boy. To be honest, I haven't played many of the portable Zelda games. There was the Minish Cap, Four Swords, which I loved. I had Oracles of Season, and then my Game Boy was stolen, and I lost the game, so I never really got to play it very much. So I'm not really familiar with the portable games. I do plan on playing all the Zelda games, and that was going to be one of my next games to play. So now I'm on that brink of, do I wait? Do I play the old one first and then play it again on the Switch? I'm kind of waiting to see what they announce. Is it a direct one-for-one where they just update the graphics, or is it going to be tweaked a little bit to be a different game, maybe a longer game? For $60, I hope it's a longer game, because I can't see a $60 portable Game Boy game being that long in today's world for Legend of Zelda. I could be wrong. I never played it for the Game Boy. Maybe it is a long game. I'm excited. But it also got me thinking, what are the other games that I'd like to see remastered? Now, I think Link to the Past still looks great. Does it quite need a remaster quite yet? Probably not. I like to just see it pop up on the NES online store, kind of like the NES that they give for free games. We might not need one of those right now. Four Swords still looks pretty good. Phantom Hourglass and Spirits Tracks, I kind of like to see those pop up as like maybe an HD version mixed in with the Wind Waker, so that way it kind of looks, because it almost looks like Wind Waker, but maybe give it a little bit more power so it does look exactly like Wind Waker. So after going through some of the games, these are the ones I'd like to see get remade kind of like that. Obviously, the first Legend of Zelda. I think that'd be cool if you brought it up into that 3D-ish world. It'd be a nice revisit. I would definitely revisit. I still don't think it should be one for one. I think, give us the whole game complete, but maybe add a couple more dungeons just to enhance the gameplay for a second go-around. Or, you have the original game, you play it, but you type in your name, you unlock a secret version of the game where all the dungeons are now completely different dungeons, but with the new look. Next, Legends of Zelda 2. Make it into the 3D world. You still keep it side-scrolling, but now it kind of looks more like, New Super Mario Bros. 2, where you have a good sense of depth in the background, nice HD visuals, the monsters look 3D-ish, and then when you're walking around in the world, instead of you looking like this giant character, maybe it looks like the new game, A Link's Awakening, where you're walking around at more, 45-degree angle instead of top-down, and you can see the trees come up on the side of you. You can see the monsters running around, and they're not just these little black figures. And then when you're in the towns have these nice backdrops. And they look like you could walk around them if you weren't walking in a 2D motion. I think that would be awesome. It would give the game a new feel, a new look. And, maybe you add a little bit more to it. A 1-to-1 remake is fine, but I think, a little extra bonus feature like a master version would be awesome, where it just adds maybe a new town, new enemies or something. But even just a straight remake would be awesome. Having it like more like you're walking around a real world map instead of, across it. And then brings me to my final two. Oracles of Season. both of those seasons and ages remade. Those games, you know, they're Game Boy games. So, well, Game Boy Color. So, they look cool for what they are, but, you know, a straight remaster, or a straight port over to the Switch, like on their online store, yeah, $5, it'd be cool. But imagine if they redid it like the new game. Now, $60 I feel is still too expensive for the adventure, for the Link's Awakening. But, you know, the work they're putting into it, especially if it's not a one-to-one remaster, and it's more like a Samus Returns, where, you know, it's kind of faithful to the original, but they add more stuff. All right, I'll give you $60. It does look good. I do like the art style. Link looks a little weird. He kind of reminds me of one of the elves from the old Christmas movies. But he does look like Link. You see his hair coming down the side. I hope his face has more of an expression. It kind of looks like one of those wooden toys that you used to see, that would be, the face would be carved out of wood, and then it'd have, like, you know, wearing his clothes and everything. So it's a little stiff, but at the same time, when I first saw Wind Waker, I was like, I'm not sold. I don't want to play it. And I didn't play it. The first, like, 6 months I had the game, I'm like, I'm good. And then I decided I'll go try the game out now. It's been a while. I think I played it after Twilight Princess, because I was looking for more Zelda. And I liked it. It looks awesome. It still looks awesome. So you can't give the art style any really credit until you actually play it. And I still think it looked good. And I think it'll look even better once you start playing, especially when you explore the rest of the world. Yeah, so basically, Legend of Zelda 1, 2, Oracles of Season, and Oracles of Ages are the next games I like to see them. I would love to see them do, like, you know, Ocarina of Time and redo the world, like the whole game, and update the graphics. Yes, would that take away my nostalgia a little bit? Yeah, I would still play the N64 one, but I would also replay it on the Switch if they redid it and made it look more like, not Breath of the Wild, but just a new art style that made it high def, made it, you know, detailed, and, you know, maybe made it a different version of the game, so you can think of it as a different version where, you know, maybe there's a whole nother town and a whole nother dungeon that you have to go rescue, and it just keeps the game a little bit different, but updated. So, yeah, you know, Majora's Mask as well. Those games could use an update, but I don't think those are necessarily ready for an update. They're still fun to play. I think, you know, the older Game Boy ones, the older NES ones, could use a nice fresh coat of paint and really bring the game to a new group of people, and also be a nice little side addition to people that love the original games. Because you can still play the originals, and then these could just be a nice little bonus feature, like downloadable content for the original game. Alright guys, let me know what you think, which games that you'd like to see get this update, or do you not really like the graphics? And if you don't like the graphics, why not? Would you prefer a different art style? Maybe if they did it like Wind Waker style, or, you know, Breath of the Wild, or just another game's art style that you saw before that you thought would fit Legend of Zelda. Yeah. Alright guys, let me know what you think. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs, share it, check out my other videos, and keep on gaming. Have a good night.